Greetings, YouTube, and welcome to part 2 of an experiment of sorts. I cannot say this enough. I am not conducting this experiment. I have never attempted to do anything in terms of bots. But I had a summoner who has 3 accounts, a main account and 2 alt accounts, decide that he would risk happily the permanent ban of his 2 alt accounts by trying to figure out how well Kabam is equipped currently in 2020 with their system of catching cheaters. And so he had one alt account run a bot in the arena for 10 days straight before getting a temporary ban, and the other account, which we covered in our past video, run some kind of hack that honestly I am thankful I'm ignorant of because I do not want to promote it. And it allowed him to essentially fight really tough fights without having the defender ever attack. He just kind of stood there. So the reaction's been mixed. As of this recording, the account that's allowed to run the hack has not been banned and still hasn't been flagged. And that's very frustrating for this summoner. Again, he wants to be permanently banned because he wants to know that people who do this on a daily basis and get a really huge unfair advantage over the average summoner, that there is actually a consequence to their actions. He also wanted to point out again that he started doing this about 10, 12 days ago, but he didn't start those accounts 10 or 12 days ago. I think there was some confusion when people were like, oh, but he's level 60. You can't get to level 60 in 12 days. Well, that account's far older than 12 days ago. It's just that it's only been the past couple weeks where he's decided to run this experiment and risk and expect the termination of both those alt accounts. So today, I want to show you place number 4 of the Sensational Arena leaderboard. Recently, this was the leaderboard including, hey, what do you know, the XOAI5 bot alliance that we have covered in past videos to start the year is still placing high, number 2. Imagine that. So he placed 4 in this arena, and that got him a 4-star She-Hulk, 350 5-star shards, and the rank 1 to rank 2 science rank up gem for the 4-star. These are cheated items. He does not deserve these items. He knows that. He does not want them. He expects them to go away. Then he also, in the time, because the crazy thing about bots is that you can run multiple arenas at the same time and still place really high, he got 3rd in this one. And he is, again, named Severo. That account placed him 3rd for 4-star Warlock, who is a champion that I know a lot of people were asking about grinding for. So this is certainly relevant to quite a few of you out there who grinded for 4-star Warlock in the 4-star basic arena. Got the 355-star shards, the rank 1 to rank 2 gem, same thing. Well, after this happened, and you can see he put up 12,276,230 points in the 4-star basic arena, which does not allow you to use 5 stars. That is an insane amount of points for that arena, plus having time to use the hack to do the other arena. And eventually, he was shown this warning. 142 hours of termination. Now, I have been lectured to, and I'm not saying that there isn't some truth to it, because there definitely is, that I am making a mistake, that I am covering temporary bans that turn into permanent bans, and so when I talk about Kabam dropping the ban hammer and that it still can be permanent, that I should just let people know that, quote-unquote, usually the temporary bans, turn into permanent bans. Well, that may be true for some things, like, say, if they catch you cheating in the Abyss, which definitely seems to be the most microscopic-looking security. And it seems like, that's the place that really Kabam is cracking down more than anything else, and that makes sense. It's the most they have to lose with people that don't cheat and feel that their Legends runs, especially, are being compromised by people who are doing this as a merc or using some kind of software, you name it. So, as of recording this, in the last 24 hours, this ban has been lifted. And this summoner was hoping that other YouTubers or other summoners on Reddit or whatever were correct, and that the temporary ban would turn into a permanent ban. I am here to tell you that when he reached back out to me, he was extremely depressed by the fact that after all of the clear violation of the terms of service, because this is technically the first offense of this account, he was able to log back in as normal and there was no consequence whatsoever. But it gets worse because not only, and this is just crazy to think, not only did he get to log back in and that account was not permanently banned, but he still got to keep the Warlock and the She-Hulk and almost 5 million gold plus almost an Odin of units. So this really isn't deterring first-time offenders. And this is allowing me to continue the narrative that I don't think is, grab the pitchforks and get angry. I just think it is data. That when you have accounts that consistently you see from alliances like the Cyclops accounts used to be, where you see people finishing in the top 2 or 3 and they're just temporary bans, that's just a slap on the wrist. Like, why would these people ever stop doing this when clearly they are benefiting? To get 5 million gold and almost an Odin worth of units, plus the champions, which I know he didn't care about, but still, and 700 or so, 700, 500, or 700 5-star shards, excuse me. It's just, it reminds me of the discussion back in the early 2000s about steroid users and how if you just gave them a short ban, you're not deterring the behavior. And there also is, a way to do this, and you can see it now from this, where if you do this is just one account, and you have almost an Odin worth of units. If you do this for, 100 accounts, and you have 100 Odins worth of units, and then you're able to dump those like so many were in the gifting event, that's where this problem just takes a literal domino effect. So this summoner is openly saying, look, this Sevro account should be permanently banned. And who knows, maybe somebody from Kabam will get wind of this video and magically that will happen. But it shouldn't take someone like me on YouTube to make this video and bring this to their attention for them to do something. And I'm hopeful that since they keep talking about ramping up their cybersecurity for bots, especially in the arena, that this kind of thing will be a thing of the past. And if somebody uses an alt account to try this again, that it's not as successful. But for the moment, I'm just going to be honest, it is discouraging to think that it was a short, temporary ban, that this summoner did not lose the champions that they cheated to bot for and or the units or the gold. It's just, it's not what we want as a community. And so I appreciate that this summoner used this alt account as an experiment. He and I both wish we had better rewards to talk about, and by rewards I mean permanent bans, right? They were rewarded by being permanently banned. But maybe they have this strike system where if it's your first offense, they won't do more than a few day ban. But I've got to think that if they really want to be serious about this problem going forward, they've got to crack down on this more and really drop the hammer when they catch people using bots. So what are your thoughts on this? Comment below. And thank you again to the summoner for doing the investigative journalism and allowing me to talk about it on my channel.